Welcome, everyone, to the college football playoff. The entire regular season has built up to this. 12 teams still in the running with championship dreams alive as we begin this first-round game in an on-campus setting. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Boston College Eagles, taking on the number 6 seed in the playoff, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And the playoff is here. We've got a tremendous on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this one started. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. He'll hand it off. He shreds the tackle. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Chris, what a way to start this game. All this hype and build up for the playoff game. Offensive line says, hey, put it on our back. We'll be able to get things going. And if you can keep running the football like this, man, does it open up the entire playbook.
Second down play coming up. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's what we call assignment football by the defense. They took away the back inside, and there's a perfect play to be able to stop an athletic quarterback on the option.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground.
That's how you keep the opening drive alive right there. Good, hard, tough running to be able to pick up that first down and the third down conversion.
The Golden Bears begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Looking for his big tight end. It's caught downfield. And they've got him down at the 3. Big gain on that completion.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
And the Golden Bears pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The defense swarms him in the backfield. He had nowhere to run, loses 2 yards.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for 2nd and goal. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. Receiver in motion now. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big third down coming up.
He moves the ball to the 1. Third down and goal. Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Bears. This offense comes out immediately, gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepare for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he's tackled just short of the 25. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Handoff from the shotgun. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense moving to a bunch formation. Looking to pass. It's Glenn. And they heave it deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Finally brought down, but the gain moves it to the 44.
Well, that would have been a great pass on a beautiful sunny day, but in these elements, and that is a tough thing to do. Outstanding throw and catch.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. But go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. It's complete. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. Quick throw. The catch is made. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. Crucial 3rd down play coming up. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Eludes the rush. The scramble doesn't get there, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the 1st down, but he gave him a shot. I think he'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Defense is coming after him. And the pass is incomplete on the final play of this quarter. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here.
Timeout.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
So second down after the incompletion. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They look to throw it here on second down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Back to the end zone, they say he did not get his foot down. Incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The gain is 8 yards, so it sets up a 3rd and 2.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
The Golden Bears looking to cash in the red zone. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. No, and he dropped it. The would-be touchdown could not come up with the football. Now it's 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So they'll pass up the chip shot field goal attempt and go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. So the choice to go for it doesn't pan out this time.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did.
So the BC offense is back out on the field now. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? And they're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Dropping back. It's Glenn. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure. It's allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Quarterback drops back. He'll take a deep shot. Almost intercepted. He caught it, but could not stay in bounds. Incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, He just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
And this one is caught. He has first down yardage at the 46.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Throws a fastball, but it's intercepted. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And he steps out of bounds, a solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Well, this is the chance you take throwing the football in these conditions. I don't know if the quarterback ever had a real good grip on the ball in the snow, puts it up in the air, and the defense is able to come up with a pick.
The offense will take their first 10 out of the half. Let's talk strategy here. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short pass finds the tight end. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
This receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. On first and 10, looking to throw. On the run here, lets it go. The ball is loose. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
Well, just a great job by this defense flying to the football and creating the snow right now is a problem for this offense. You can see they're almost being too conservative and taking few chances, which allows this defense to play much more aggressively.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. Here comes the Boston College offense back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. The pass rush closing in. Got him. He's sacked. Boston College quickly to the line of scrimmage. Fakes the handoff. Looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. And it's a huge chunk play. The tackle is finally made, but the ball moved to the 47-yard line. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Scanning the field. It's Glenn. Receiver makes the catch. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Second down after that previous play. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down. No huddle here for the offense. Looking to throw it on first down. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
A completion makes it second and short. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. Plenty of time to throw. Firing to the right side. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender when he throws the interception.
Cal's offense takes the field now. They're looking to protect the lead and protect the football. The last possession, remember, ended in a fumble. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And that ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. Going to have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And this time it's complete.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. And it's intercepted. And he'll step out of bounds, but that is a huge takeaway for this defense.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
So the BC offense is back out on the field now. Let's see how aggressive this offense gets. They can move into field goal range easily, but are they looking for more? He'll take a deep shot here. Caught near the goal line. Brought down at the 3, but that's enough for a first and goal.
Well, that's exactly what you love to see here in this 2-minute offense. You come up with a big play, and all of a sudden your mindset gets much more aggressive. You're not thinking just about 3 points. Maybe take some shots, get the ball into the end zone.
First down and goal. Can the defense force a field goal and keep the lead at halftime? Pressure is coming. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
No problem with the snowy footing there. The PAT is good. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. First down, looking to throw the football. And he lofts it toward the sideline. And he's got it down there inside the 35. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Golden Bears will kick it deep to begin the second half. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. College offense back out on the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Quick throw, testing the middle. And the junior quarterback inaccurate that time, threw it behind the receiver.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions, locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, and it doesn't work out.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He's past the marker and still going. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and it puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
To the air, it's Glenn. Makes a quick grab. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. This Boston College offense is quickly moving down the field. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Well, heck, if they hadn't dug themselves such a big hole, what a positive play here, using that jet motion and that touch pass to pick up some huge yards and giving them a chance anyway of trying to come up with a first down.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Looks like Boston College will have the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Short connection to the tight end here. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
That's a good job here, staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time, the big tight end. That'll bring up a second and manageable here for this offense.
Looking to pass here on second down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Here's the second down play. Back to pass. It's Glenn. Throw to the sideline, steps out after a short gain.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. That's a design quarterback keeper. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. It will be a 33-yard attempt here. Right down the middle. And the game is now tied.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Cal's offense back out on the field now. They settled for a 3 last time. Let's see what they can come up with this drive. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Quarterback looking to scramble. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The pocket breaking down, bringing pressure. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Snags the quick throw. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
The Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. They finally make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play to wrap up this 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. And after 3, we're all tied up.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cal. And they'll claim the 4th quarter lead. Simple throw. All the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. So the BC offense is back out on the field now. Remember, it was a field goal in the last possession. Let's see what they can come up with this time. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. He's hit as he throws it. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country, and they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. You either get the ball out faster, or the offensive line's got to do a better job of taking care of their guy.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. Boston College quickly to the line of scrimmage.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the...
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Makes a quick catch. He's found some room at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
They continue to march toward a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Glenn. Looking for his big tight end. Pass is going to be incomplete. He was really lucky to avoid the pick there.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Looking to throw yet again. And that catch is hauled in. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
He's brought down at the 36-yard line. 3rd down coming.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. 3rd down, and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Can he take it all the way?
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
So California's offense back out on the field now. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They look to throw it here on second down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Important play right here. Close game, fourth quarter, third and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. It's a quick grab. More out of bounds, but it's another big gain. This offense producing chunk plays through the air.
Well, the defense gets these guys to third down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the first down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
And the Golden Bears line up on 1st and 10 now. And he drops back in the gun. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in a fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space in lanes. And he takes off and picks up a first down.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted. Take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. And pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. A crucial 8-yard gain sets up a makeable 3rd and 2.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
So now from the 29, it's 3rd down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course thinking touchdown. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Oh, and he's in the... Will he score here? Touchdown, Golden Bears. Still no answer for this offensive machine. But they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And they've got the returner corralled. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw, it's Glenn. And the pass is just thrown away. Clearly intentional grounding. And here comes the penalty marker. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. They get to the line in a hurry here for this third down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Breaks free. Runs through a tackle. He's got space here. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Trying for a fourth down completion. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Gonna run it. It's Williamson. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial